Still dead.
Be glad when y'all get out of here and I can get some rest. God, am I tired.
Had enough of me, baby? You know, pulling in here 3 times a week and pulling out again in 20 minutes, I don't know, I always left just wondering what you was like, Grace.
Always wondered about you too, Carl.
You did?
But you don't need to go blabbing to the other drivers.
What makes you think I do anything like that?
Shoot, I know how you men folk talk when you get together. You're worse than women.
Not me, Grace.
I don't want the other drivers on this route getting the idea I'm going to serve them any more than what they order over this counter. You got it?
Yeah, sure, I got you. But, kind of liked me, didn't you, Grace?
Maybe I did.
Yeah?
You know what I first liked about you, Carl?
What?
It was your hands. God, I love a man with big hands.
Well, you got everything.
Well, the highway trucks just came by, so they just about got the roads clear.
God, I hope so.
Everything peaceful?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Cowboy, if you hold any grudges against me, I think you should ask yourself what you'd done if you were in my shoes. I couldn't let you take the little lady if she didn't want to go now, could I? Could I?
I don't feel like talking, mister.
Well, I couldn't. And I think you should also know that this little lady here, she could press charges against you, send you to the penitentiary for violations of the Mann Act.
What act?
The Mann Act. You took a woman across state lines against her will.
Holy cow, Bo, that's a federal offense. It's a very serious charge.
But I loved her.
It don't make any difference.
Well, a man has a right to the things he loves.
Not unless he can be a little humble about getting them.
Well, I'm a hard-working man, and I own my own ranch, and I got $6,000 in the bank.
Being humble ain't the same as being rich. I had to learn that once too, cowboy. See, I used to steal horses instead of women. You could sell the horses. One day I stole a horse off the wrong man, Reverend Hezekiah Pearson. I never thought I'd get mine from any preacher man, but he was very fair. Gave me every chance to admit the horse was his, but I wouldn't do it. So finally, he did what he had to do. He threshed me to within 1 inch of my life. I'll never forget, because it was the first time in my life I had to admit I was wrong. I was miserable. But after a couple of days of thinking about it, I decided to fess up, tell him the horse was his, let him know I took it. Next thing you know, I joined his church, felt better about the whole thing. Me and him were fishing buddies until he passed last year. Has he done what I asked him to?
Not yet, Sheriff.
Why should you be so scared?
Who says I'm scared?
You gave me your word, didn't you?
Well, I'm going to do it if y'all just give me some time.
I'm telling you, it's not going to make any difference unless you really mean it.
I'll mean it.
Go ahead.
Miss, I want to apologize.
What for?
Well, for causing such a commotion.
Cowboy, you don't need to apologize to me. Honey, I love a good fight. You're welcome at Grace's Diner anytime. And I mean anytime.
Thank you. I must have acted like a hoodlum. I apologize.
That's all right. I certainly am sorry, though, that we never got to see your rope tricks.
There wasn't much. I got to wake up the professor, too.
You can overlook the professor.
You can overlook the professor.
I can't do it.
Ah, Bo!
I just can't do it.
Why not?
Well, she saw me beat, and she'd have no respect for me.
Whether you got beat or not's irrelevant. You owe that girl an apology or I'm not letting you back on that bus.
Go on, Bo, go on.
Cherry?
Yeah?
Cherry, it wasn't right for me to treat you the way I did. Dragging you onto the bus and trying to make you marry me whether you wanted to or not. Think you could ever find it in your heart to forgive me?
Well, I guess I've been treated worse in my life.
Well, I got you here in good style, and I think I ought to get you back, too. Here, take this.
Did the sheriff make you do this?
No, by God, he didn't say nothing about giving you the money.
That was his idea. And I think it's a good one.
Well, you don't gotta give me this much, Bo.
Well, I want you to have it.
Well, thanks. I sure could use it.
Cherry, I wish you good luck. Honest, I do.
Thanks, Bo. I wish you the same.
Well, I guess I've said all there is to be said, so long.